Man, okay. So, I can't make it on time. Yeah, I was looking at my schedule and I was like, I have been shooting for that 5:30, and there have been some upheavals and stuff that had happened. And when I went back on my Twitch schedule, I was like, oh, I had that thing set for 4:30. So today I was on time. I was like 5:30, and then I went back and I was like, no, man, I was an hour late every time. And I have got to work that out. I've got to figure out how I'm gonna get up be on and starting the stream at 4:30 and ending at 8:30. That's something I got to work out. And this schedule here, I'm coming up with a 3 o'clock, and I've got. Whoa, what is that? Some kind of notification that's happening? What? Is somebody chat? I don't see it. Man, what's this thing that drives me crazy? Is what it's gonna do. But I'd like to get this thing worked out where I can deliver, something that's smartphone viable that kids in the afternoon could watch in that period from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock when they usually need to occupy themselves with something fruitful. All right, so I'm finna open up my Twitch right now, and one thing. Okay, my phone just got the notification that I went live. Okay, well that was a little bit delayed. Okay, and it's saying I'm streaming education, but what? This is what I'm getting. What is the use of that? Went live. I don't want these useless chat messages. I wish I could not have this. Do this to me. My channel. Now I want to make sure that all my audio is off here. I don't want to screw up. Testing. All right, so I got my screen real estate and everything with my Bugs Bunny cartoons going on it, and that looks good. But what was we talking about the last time we had our class? Well, we're talking about the issues of efficiently setting up. How to get a machine set up as a game developer with all the cool stuff that we need running, everything as quickly as possible. I think I was teaching on that stream for like 4 hours. It took a while. And what I was doing is I was kind of integrating, like when an installation had to go down or something like that in the middle of class. What I'd like to do is, I'd like to talk about, just general topics. We can talk about music. We can talk about social studies. We can talk about science and stuff. Just, I want to, bring you in to the world of a tech person, a computer person here. Now, what was going on yesterday is we were setting up a Windows 10 as if it was a brand new installation with nothing on it, and I was advocating for as many portable utilities as possible. Like, I know a series of utilities that are important. From Music Player, FooBar is very excellent. We need a Foxit reader, a PDF reader. We need Calibre. We need like an EPUB reader because we're readers, right? We need Opera GX, for example. How many of that? WinRare. This is a compression utility. We need a comic book reader, right? All these things it would be nice to have, right? And to set them up as on a virtual machine, we were doing that, and then but eventually we're putting what some major things like Blender, which is our 3D development application, one of the ones we're using, Vroid Studio. But when you come to Unreal Engine 5 dot plus, something above 5 or whatever, you're talking about 61 gigs. So how big does this thing need to be? Right? And the thing is we made the virtual machine, or I made the virtual machine, showed how to set it up with an ISO file, and right here we've got the screen in front of us, and I'm going to get my magnifier going so we can see it better. Alright, so I wish there was some way to just grab and pan. That's what I want. I don't want to hit this range thing and be fishing for where that is. I get more precision if I could just pan with the magnifier. And there's probably some key to do that. But anyway, this is a VMware workstation. So. And this is enlarged 300%. I'm looking, I can see it on the smartphone. See it and read it on the smartphone. There it goes. And I'm already thinking about some adjustments, like where my dang webcam should be in a different place with this layout the way it is. But the problem that we hit yesterday is with this hard disk on this, right? This needs to change, right? So I double click on it, and I've got an option here to expand it. So I'm going to double the size of it. See if there's enough space on my computer. I'm not sure there is. All right, so you see that? All right, let's. I'm going to go through this again. Let me slide over here. Here's my VMware Windows 10 and later 64 workstation. These are my different virtual machines. I've got a High Sierra, Mojave, a macOS 1015, 2 different Windows XP Pro machines, and this is a Windows 10 x64, and it was set up originally with this is bad too. The 2 gigs of memories. It should be 8. All right, so but I'm not sure. So what did I do? Like yesterday, I went to this device setting for the virtual machine. Yesterday, while we were running the virtual machine, got right here, and it said, "Man, you can't change the hard drive side while the machine is running." So I had been in the class for 4 hours. I was like, "Okay, we're going to come back to this later." So what did I do? I opened it up. It's turned off. It's got the power on button to turn on the virtual machine, right? And I double clicked on the hard disk under devices. Double clicked on it. And that opened virtual machine settings, hard disk settings, right? And that shows where the file is, where the image is. Now I'm doubling the size of it. Expand, I hit the expand button, right? Maximum disk size was 60 gigs. I doubled it. I changed it to 120 gigabytes. And I don't know if I got enough space actually. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna go back. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna hit expand and see what happens. Maybe it'll blow up and the class will be over. Disk was successfully expanded. You must repartition the disk and expand the file systems within the guest from within the guest operating system. Interesting. I don't know how to do that. Well, let's go find out. So let's. What we're going to do is we're now going to power on this virtual machine. Oh, wait a second. Okay. All right, now let's power on this virtual machine. All right, it's powering on. Now, you know, while I'm waiting here, what I'd like to do is go and grab my camera and move it over here. And I'm moving it with the arrow key now, and the reason that I'm making this adjustment is just by observing. I've got my Twitch stream running to a smartphone here, and what I want to show is something viable on the smartphone. You know, something that works. All right, got 5 minutes before. Because yeah, you know, I'd like to. What the thing is there's this big chat thing on the right side of Twitch, and I need to have that. So I'm at 300% now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink back down to normal size. Let's see. All right, and I'm looking at my machine. Powering up here. Oh, there it goes. Beautiful. Let's come on. Really, I want to shrink this down and get my web frame shrunken down, and I want to grab my cool Bugs Bunny animated GIFs. And get my layout just perfect for Twitch. All right, so I'm looking at my virtual desktop, and let's see. There's my login. Go ahead and put in my password. All right. Got my virtual camera running, and okay, I'm ready. It's 2 minutes till my class starts. Looking for my mouse. Oh, I see you got to hit that Control Alt thing to get it. Um, all right, so I'm taking a look to see what I'm delivering. Okay, to the remote desktop, and yeah, things are looking pretty good. I've got some iced coffee on the make, and I'm gonna grab that right quick. Be right back. I should set an alarm for that. Uh, all right. All right. So going back, what I want to do is I want to talk about what happened yesterday, which is we want to look at getting a machine, set up to do development. And the simplest games that we were working with were Roblox Studio. We made a little first-person shooter before with Roblox Studio. Very simple, very straightforward. But we'd like to have some 3D editing applications like Blender, so we set up that we want that, and we sort of we want to show everything from scratch, how to set everything up from scratch, and what my idea was is why not use VMware or VirtualBox and put a Windows 10 machine on my Windows 10 machine, right? And that's just going to be that's going to allow me the possibility of doing everything from scratch. Now, I did the quick setup and I accepted the defaults, and then when we got to the point where it was like time to set up Epic, the Unreal Engine 5.1, it was like, well, we need 60 gigs, and that's the total size of your hard drive. So I ended the class with that, and like today, what I started out with was it with the virtual machine powered off. I went in and I changed the disk capacity. I doubled it to 120 gigs. And it gave me a message and said, you're going to have to go in and expand your partition. So, what is that going to entail? I have no idea. Let's go check it out. And also a thing that occurred to me was that the default, accepting the default settings for VMware, not really the best idea. And hold on a second, let's go. All right, I have my first Google Classroom participant, and we've got two people on the Twitch stream. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Doing great.
Any exciting news?
I've been trying to buy something from off eBay, and long and short of it is, they're dinking me. I do a counter offer, and it's anyway. I mean, it's just frustrating. I mean, they want way too much for it, and it's like that they wait like a day just to the last minute, and then they cut $10 off. But anyway, other than that, I'm doing good. I can't complain.
I hope my daughter is going to be okay for the class today. And I'm kind of what happened is I came in on Sunday, and I did there's a category on Twitch now for education streams. So I came on, and what you're seeing, this desktop here, which is like a Windows 10 installation, is it's an image. So I took what I did is you've seen when VMware Workstation, right? We worked with that together before. It's a virtual machine software, and I had mentioned to you before that we have also the free one from Oracle, which is called VirtualBox, I think, or VBox, which you can do this on as well. And I'm going to cover that. But the idea is like, we're doing this these comprehensive setup things for game development. We're going to be setting up, we set up Roblox, we set up Roblox Studio, we want to set up Unity Hub, and we want to set up Epic Games. And we were hitting a lot of snags and stuff, because really I was like, well, just do this and I'll help you. Right? It would be better if I could show it more effectively. And that's what I'm working out here. So what you're seeing now is a desktop with Windows 10. And you can go back to my YouTube channel or the Twitch stream and play the up to now course. And for me, I have it kind of ingrained to sort of go slow in class, and make sure. So to me, when I go back and I watch my own classes, I can set the speed up to like double speed, and I'm like, okay, I can watch this now. It's actually even funnier, I think. I try to be funny when I do classes or whatever like that, but you can go back and watch if you set it for double speed, you can watch a 4-hour class in 2 hours. But that 4-hour class was getting up to this point, and it ended yesterday with me realizing it's like I just jumped in and I set I accepted VMware's okay dear. Okay, dear. I set the VMware image for default settings, and the outcome of that is that I had a 60 gig hard drive and 2 gigs of memory. And for Unreal Engine 5, that's not going to work because that's going to take just Unreal Engine 5 is 61 gigs. All right. So, any questions? And also, do you have VMware and VirtualBox? I know you have VMware on the machine that I gave you.
Yeah, I've got to find that. I probably need to load it, but I have a question with the OBS.
Uh-huh.
Can you use that as like a recording application? In other words, if I have like
100%. Yes.
In other words, what I'm trying to do is I have a video camera that, I'm gonna, it's basically a serial digital out, and I have a box that turns that into HDMI. And long and the short of it, I want to put that to a little capture card and send it straight into my laptop and use that to record straight to the laptop.
Uh-huh.
And I've been thinking, is OBS like probably my easiest solution to do that?
OBS is very easy. You have, as I showed you, and I'm going to go in to this right now. What's going to happen here? Hold on a second. I'm trying to keep my. I've got this going on a live stream, and I'm trying to make it where it shows what you need to see on a smartphone, right? So I'm going to magnify here, and there's 2 places we have in. Well, I've got to. We're gonna have to see this. This is not going to work. Okay. I'm going to get you something in just a minute. I'm going to have to go get her something to eat. Just a minute. All right. Okay. Now I'm bringing the settings button up. You can get it from File. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to hit Settings, and it's gonna when the Settings panel opens, it's going to take me to a panel which will have an option for video, and then I will have scaled resolution and base canvas resolution. And if I'm planning to record, okay, I'm bringing it up now. And then I'm going to go to a brief intermission and grab her something to eat. Okay, so all right. Do you see my mouse on the video?
I do.
Okay, and I should not have to ask you that question because I've got this running on 2 different machines, right? So that's your settings panel. Comes up like that. Click on that, and there's your base canvas resolution. You put your HDMI in there, and then you put your source in the canvas, and hit record. Right.
So where's the record button? I mean, what's
what? Yeah. Oh, okay. You're gonna feel embarrassed. Okay. In a minute. See this button? Wait, no. Here.
Oh, there you go. See it, not on the control thing.
So it's in controls. It's the second button down. Stop and start recording and pause record and so on. And stop virtual camera. Okay, let me, I'm going back. Hold on just 1 second. to a brief intermission. Let me grab her something to eat. I'll be right back. Apple juice. I'm back. Oh. I got it. Hold on. I'll be right. Oh. All right. You still there?
I'm still here.
All right. Let's see. All right. um, I may or may not have success with this. It's like okay, I've got a Windows desktop, and what I need to do is go into the disk management system in the control panel. Now, we'll see what's going to happen here. And if it's going to be slow, well, okay, here comes the control panel. I'm very impatient. So, like yesterday when I was doing the class on Twitch, it was like, let me get this to be like what it would be if we were in microcomputer repair at Georgia State University, which would be like we'd have a bunch of different computers and we'd be doing all kind of different things. So when one computer was installing something, all right, we could do something else, and that's relief for ADHD. Did you see what I just did there? This is a sort of an annoying thing for me. Let me enlarge this. I go into this a lot about Windows. When you open control panel, this is just like, to me, it's like it's obfuscation. It's like Windows has had fundamentally ever since, you know, like Windows 3.1. We've had this. Right? This is the law. This is control panel. Right? I'm going to go and set this to small icons. So I always feel like, well, I don't feel like it. It's true. It's like Windows. A lot of times when a new version of Windows comes out, they've really just moved the same stuff that you always had around. You know, it's like they want to sell you the Microsoft certification thing again, right? Because this is the same. The thing that we're looking at right here, we went to it in control panel. We saw this category stuff. We see none of this, right? And then we change it to small icons, and it's like, oh, that's familiar. And then we go into administration tools, and then we find computer management. And this is the same dang thing that you had on Windows 95, Windows 3.1. They just moved it around and changed it somewhere. All right, so I'm going to go into disk management here and see what I've got, and I can see, yeah, that okay, on the virtual machine. Well, let me make sure this is actually, I'm looking for it to be right on the screen. Perfect. Yeah. I want this to be where you can see it on a smartphone, and I've got to work out the magnifier has. It doesn't have the kind of pan control that I would like, but I'm going to figure it out. But this what I'd like to do is I'd like to expand this drive, extend volume. This wizard helps you increase the size of simple and span volumes. You can extend a volume by adding space from one or more additional disks. To continue, click Next. All right, so you can only extend the volume to the available space shown below because your disk cannot be converted to dynamic, or the volume being extended is a boot or system volume. Right? So it's telling me I can't do this. You can only extend the volume to the available space shown below. Well, let's see. Maybe it's just doing backwards. So wait a second. Maximum available. No, it's not. So yeah, this is disk 0. This is the C disk, and it's saying I can only so wait a second. Disk 0, disk C, extend volume. Next. Available, nothing. You can only extend the volume to the available space shown below because your disk cannot be converted to dynamic, or the volume being extended is a boot or system volume. So I would have liked to have had more warning from VMware. It was like about this because I doubled the size, right? I've got but I really need to add on to C. Because well, actually, no. What this needs to be bigger than 60 gigs. It needs to be about 80 gigs. So 80 and 60 is going to be, that's going to make my total partition size 140 gigs. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to close Control Panel, close all this stuff out, and I'm going to shut down this machine. Well, no, I didn't want to do that. I hit restart. Awful.
So the machine you're on, you're running your Google Classroom with, and on that same computer, are you running your OBS?
Absolutely.
And so, what computer are we seeing you reboot?
The virtual machine.
The virtual machine. Okay. So VMware is running on your machine. Okay.
Right. Getting it?
So you can run two instances at the same time?
Sure.
All right.
That's what a virtual machine does.
All right.
Um, it's a container that and also, yeah, there's going to be issues with performance is going to be impacted and stuff. I don't like. It's like when I set the thing up yesterday, I was just, let me just accept the defaults. What is the saying? Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead, right? And I do that with a certain deliberate. It's like and this is something I mentioned in conversation before, which is like oftentimes action is affected by an idea in a person's mind, like in my mind, of somebody's idea of me. This is like, what will people think? And so therefore I halt and I don't want to act, right? And I would say that when you rush forward and just do, right? And do stuff and crash and burn a bunch of times, it's really good, right? When you get something wrong, it's really a good thing. And this, it goes to, and this is something Tal Ben-Shahar mentioned in his happiness class. It's like talking to, what is the guy's name that invented the light bulb? Edison, right? Isn't it Thomas Edison or something?
Yeah, he was one giving credit for it.
And well, they came up to him. Somebody was interviewing him, and he had not yet invented the light bulb, and he had he had failed thousands of times, right? And so somebody went up to him and, you know, why don't you? What is it, dear? Your drink? You want a big green what?
A big green cup.
Oh, a big green cup? Mommy threw it away.
Oh, why?
Well, I'll get you some more juice. All right. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna go get her some more juice. She drank all her apple juice. Okay, so you can see my virtual machine is powering up there. I didn't mean to hit restart, but anyway, what did Edison say? He was like, "I feel great," and they were like, "Why do you feel great? You keep doing this thing, and it's like you failed 3,000 times or something." He's like, "Yeah, that's 3,000. We've eliminated 3,000 things that we know none of those things will work. That's great. That means we're closer than ever."
Hey, optimism. Hey.
And it was talking about, and this is the thing here. I'm looking at this. I jumped into this thing yesterday. I said, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. And now I'm sitting here with a virtual machine that's got 60 gigs primary drive. I don't need it. That's bad for me. I need multiple more gigs of memory, right? And then I just hit restart. I don't want to restart. I want to shut it down, and I don't want to update it during a class, right? I don't know how long it's going to take. So I hit shut down. But think about it. I'm going to do this again, right? I'm going to do it several times. I'm going to set up some of these Windows 10 virtual machines several times. And what's going to happen is I am never going to forget that, oh, yeah, you can have the quick, here's a quick, easy VMware setup. That's going to be great, Never believed that. They totally ruined me by me believing that, right? So I turned it off. And let me go get my daughter some juice.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sorry about that. Did you hear that grinding noise?
I did not.
Okay, good. That's cool. I guess it may be the Google Meet. I bet it came over Twitch. I don't know. But okay. I'm looking at my Twitch stream to just do what I'm doing kind of cautiously. And what I'm gonna do, listen carefully. I display this PC, which used to be my computer or whatever on Windows. I display it on my desktop, and what I'm doing right now is I'm going to right click on it, and on the drop down menu I'm going to select properties, and that's how I'm going to get the dialogue that I'm about to show. So what did I do? I right clicked on this PC, which you can do that in File Explorer if you don't like to have this PC icon on your desktop. I just, that's been there ever since Windows 3.1. I'm like, it was working. Why? If it's not broke, don't fix it. That kind of thing, right? So what I have here, and I'm going to enlarge this. When I right click and I select properties, I'm just going to take a quick look at physical RAM, which it's really cheap. I wish I had 32. I should have, but I'm broke, right? So send me money. You see the PayPal thing? Yeah. For those of you who have it. I'm going to get to the whole thing of the Twitch bits and all that stuff, which there's not good news there, actually, to tell you the truth. My recommendation is exactly what I said. Put your PayPal me thing on top of your stream as a text source, where people can easily type in paypal.me/your name, right? Do that, because getting Twitch affiliate and YouTube stuff now has become pretty a pain in the butt. And also, I think setting up Patreon is a good thing to do, and I should do it. I'm going to work on doing that, and I'll try to teach about how to do that as well. But I've got 16 gigs, right? Wish it was 32. Now I'm going to go back down. So look, let's see. I'm going to double click on this. Let's see. I'm going to bring it up again. All right. Can you see that? I double click with the machine shut down. The virtual machine shut down. I double clicked on the device's memory, right, which was here. And this panel came up, virtual machine settings, memory, and I'm going to set it to 8 gigs. That's what I want. Believe me, that's what I want. I want 16 minimum, because I'm pretty certain that's what's causing that virtual machine to run really slowly. Okay, so the other problem is I've set this hard disk to 120 gigs. It's simply not big enough for what we're going to do. So I'm going to expand it again. And I don't care. I'm going to see what it does. It'll warn me, I guess, if it's too much. I'm going to expand it to 200 gigs. That means I'll have, a 60 gig drive and A 120, right? You still there?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. But I guess how big is your hard drive on the inside of your machine? Do you is it a 200 gig hard drive?
Well, my concern was like if there's not 200 gigs available, what's going to happen? And what I just did is I was like, well, let me just expand it to what I want. I was doing the damn the torpedoes full speed ahead thing, right? And there was enough space. Now the drive, I think my primary drive is 4 terabytes, right? So this may be, it's not an insignificant thing. Um, but oh, by the way, I've got one of your drives sitting here, and it was we were gonna do something with it. I don't know. It's got some photos.
Yeah, that's got all those images on it. I was trying to figure out how to use that piece of software to make a model out of it. So
Yeah. Um, all right. So let's see. So I expanded the drive and I added memory and I said okay, right? And I'm gonna go over here and then say I've got a 200 gig hard disk and I've got 8 gigs of memory. I'm hoping I'm gonna see better performance, and I'm gonna power on the virtual machine now. Um, I think everybody should do this more. I mean, it's a way to kind of have more of a sandbox operating system, um, where you can just try stuff, and if it messes up the operating system, right? Just reload the dang thing, right? It's like, and you haven't done something risky with your work computer operating system. You know what I mean? Whereas with this, I'm like, whatever the hell, let me just change whatever setting and see what happens, right? That's a good. Uh, I think that's very useful. Also, yeah, I was curious to see, can I run and it seems like if I've got 1,000 up and 1,000 down, that I could stream, from multiple OBS instances. Um, your password. All right, there we go. Now, I'm just I make these delays. I don't get better about keeping the banter going, keeping the attention going, and stuff like that. But I'm just needing to go back in now. I want to look at what I'm delivering. I've got two. I've got a class participant that's coming from my smartphone, and I've also got a class participant coming from another laptop, and I can view what's coming through. What I'm delivering to this other ThinkPad via Twitch, it looks really good. The virtual machine desktop going to Google Classroom, you can see that, right? Well, it's small for you, I guess. I'm looking at what she's getting, and it looks pretty good. There we go. Here comes control panel. All right, and control panel has retained my settings, and I want to reiterate that now on Windows they have this category setting up here. See that? And this junk here is like what is it? Review your computer's status. Say what? View devices. Add a device. See, I don't know. I don't see anything that I'm familiar with that I want to use here. Right? It's like it just makes me lost. Where when I go to small icons, I see largely the same icons that have been on here since Windows 3.1. There's admin tools right at the top. Begins with an A, right? And I'm going to open it up, and it's going to take me to computer management. Computer management. There's all these little DOS command lines that I've forgotten that you can make all this stuff pop up. You can be sitting at a DOS prompt, right? And you type these little one-line code snippets, and it opens the computer management panel, or it does something like that. I forget how to do that. All right. Call ins at 15 minutes, man. We still have plenty of time. So I'll shrink this down while I'm waiting for computer management to open. And what is this? Okay, here it comes. No, that's not. Oh. Wow. Gamera. Wow. The horror. Okay. What is this thing taking so long for? Oh, wait a second. Is it popped up behind this? Control panel. Right, and let me right click on this. This is something I try to emphasize with these things. Oh, here we go. Add snap in. It's just running slow. There we go. All right, so zoom in, and again we have disk management. Gamera. Look, he's biting him. Ouch! He's getting him on the shoulder, this big dragon dog giant thingamajigger. It's awful. Poor Gamera. Here's Homer as Godzilla versus Gamera. Gotta have that, man. How could you live without that? Hold on. Okay, waiting for disk management to come up. Okay, here we go. Here's C, and 100. There's my 140 gigabytes unallocated. New simple volume. I right click. Welcome to the new simple volume wizard. This wizard helps you create a simple volume on a disk. A simple volume can only be on a single disk. To continue, click next. And I'm just going to accept the whole size, 140 gigs. Assign the following drive letter E.
Now, what this is the drive for your virtual drive.
Yeah, essentially what it told me is like, okay, well, your disk management in Windows 10, it's it's not going to let you expand the boot volume, right?
Right.
So I think I could probably get some kind of software like Partition Magic and stick it on here or something, and maybe expand the boot volume. But I'm like, I just want to, bite the bullet. Okay, I got screwed. A 60 gig primary drive is small by any account, right? So ultimately, what I decided is to give myself a little bit of breathing space. By putting 140 gig, because now this file, the drive, the VMDK file, which is the installed virtual operating system, I could move it theoretically on a USB disk or something like that. I could put it on a disk that I could just plug in and run VMware and load it as a VMDK on some machine that I happen to be sitting at in a library somewhere, right? And bring it up with all this crazy space. Gonna format the volume. Quick format NTFS. Okay. All right, and now it's formatting that. And now the thing that I have to solve is like, okay, I want to install Unreal Engine. I need to install it on Drive E. So let me see. I've got 10. It's saying I've got the 10-minute warning. So what I'm going to do is at this point I'm going to review what I've done with this workstation. All right. So let me see. Okay, so I'm looking at the desktop now, and it looks like it's ready to go. Hold on a second. Let me minimize this. Yeah, looks good. All right. So theoretically, close this. I could go to the Epic Games Launcher now and make an attempt to run the Epic Games Launcher, and then what will happen is I'll discuss what's been done to set up this virtual machine so far. Now, later on, I was discussing this with a friend of mine, Tom Stratton. I was like, I'd really like to just have a web server in my house. If I'm paying for internet, 1,000 up, 1,000 down, right? Why, it's like that would be something that would always be there. And he was like, well, yeah, but anytime your internet goes out or something like that, or then your site's going to go down. Are you willing to, like, well, yeah, it's sometimes you can't access something. That's I think that's normal or whatever. So another virtual machine that I'm going to do is setting up Debian Linux for a web server out of my house, and put the web server software, the HTTP daemon, the FTP daemon there, and then I'm gonna install on it WordPress and WooCommerce and a bunch of free plugins and stuff. And I think it's just a good idea because it's also that way. It's like, okay, I've got some sites that I manage that are on somebody else's server, etc. But if I'm going to show somebody how to do that, am I going to tear up like a production site or reinstall an e-commerce piece on a site that has products on it and so forth? No. It'd be better if I had. All right, so I'm going to increase the size here and show what's going on now. I I hit the Epic Games launcher, right, and that started a browser. It opened a browser tab, and on the browser tab, it says, "Please confirm sign in or linking your Epic Games account to a Google account. You will be redirected to Google website to sign in." That's because I chose Google. Now, let's see. It's saying 6 minutes. Am I right? Ouch. All right. Now I brought that back out to get orientation. Almost done. Press continue to close this window and go back to the Epic Games launcher. All right. Oh, I lost Ken, it looks like. Or did I? Ken, are you still there? Yeah, he's there. I see him moving stuff around. Hey, sweetie. Daddy's giving a class. He's teaching people how to do stuff. You see her back there. She's got two. She's got 4 monitors set up, 2 computers. Isn't that awesome? Uh, One HD. I wish she had several HD. So I'm gonna go to Unreal Engine 5.2 and try to install it. All right, Ken. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but I'm gonna end the stream here and close this down, and we'll talk tomorrow. Thanks for those of you that tuned in, and I'm gonna stop the stream while I get this Unreal Engine installed.